Hi, in this lesson we'll talk about Databricks repos. So what is Databricks repos? By default, whenever you write code in Databricks, by default, all your code will go to the workspace. This is you go to the workspace, you find users, click on users, you see your username, maybe you click home, and this is your home. This is where you create new notebooks or create new folders. You can organize everything you work with Databricks into workspace. And this is works actually pretty well because all the data stored on your account on Databricks, data is saved. Even if you like shut down your laptop or close your browser, data is still saved and it's gonna be there. However, some organization requires that you work with repos. And by repos, we mean like the things like GitHub, GitLabs, basically use a source code repository to save your code. And comes from the organization point of view to store the data in a centralized place, maybe for governance purpose, maybe for building features, maybe for creating branches and all these things. So I'm going to show you now how Databricks makes it easy for you to integrate with repos. Like I said, by default, all your code goes to workspace. This is when you do something like you want to do a trial or experiment. You don't want to like put your stuff on the repository yet, so you just do it in here. But you notice here there is a repos. So you click on repos and you see your email here as well. You click on my email and then you add a repo. Now you need to get your GitHub repository and add it here. So for that, because we are in Azure, we're going to create a repo on Azure. So all you're going to do, you go to your Azure portal, portal.azure.com, and search for Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps. Click on Azure DevOps organization, right? I already have the page open anyway, so I'm gonna here my DevOps organization. You click. Maybe for the first time it will ask you about your organization, confirm a few things like email and things like that. But for me, I'm gonna just create a new organization. Now, if you are already an organization, you don't have to go through this step, but this is just like because I'm setting everything from scratch. So I'm just like going through the steps, all of it. So you choose your organization. I'm gonna leave everything the default. Maybe you put here this here, so PV PWM6R, just a verification step. Now, what is happening now? Azure DevOps, think of it as a private GitHub for you to work on. Now, we have the organization called DBX course. So let's create a project. I'm going to call it project 1, just like a name. Visibility, anyone on the internet can, actually I'm going to leave it the default. I'm going to create project like a public thing. Now you have here your Azure DevOps created workspace for project 1. You go to repos here, click on repos, and you've got the URL. This is the one that you need to get. So I'm going to copy. Now you go to Databricks and you paste the URL in here. And you see Databricks already knows it's an Azure DevOps service. It's a project 1, some advanced feature. If you want to change something, create repo. Now, this is where you connected Databricks to your repo, right? So let's change the application mechanism. Create get credentials. DBX, this is the password. Paid. Now we need to do an extra step here because you already don't have this. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go to the user settings, cancel this, go to the user settings here, get integration and provider. So we're going to put the token in here and we're going to get the username, copy here, I'm going to save. This is just a verification step. I forgot to add the username and password. So let's do that again. So I'm gonna copy the repo from here, right? I'm gonna go to Databricks. I'm gonna click repos, my username. I'm gonna add a repo. I'm gonna put the URL of the repo, get everything. Yes, create repo. And now Databricks will use the authentication that I just provided to connect. Now I'm connected to my repo. This is the master, right? So let's go here and create a notebook. We'll call it repo notebook. Okay, let's keep it as maybe SQL, maybe put it Python. And use this compute, create. So now this is my notebook, which created already inside the repo. Let's put something very simple. So print hello world, right? I'm not gonna save even, like I'm just gonna leave it like that. Now I'm done with the repo. You click on master here. You see this, click on master. Now Databricks says, okay, detected that, okay, your notebook is new. It's added. There is a new line in green. The things that are in green you read. So you need to commit. So first commit. There's an up description. I'm gonna commit and push. So now my notebook is saved on the repo itself. So everything is done. Done. So this now is on the master. Now if you go here to files, you see my notebook is there. And this is pretty much what when you work with organization, this is how usually you work with repos. You don't really most of the time work in a workspace unless it's an experimentation, something you experiment with, something you try. Maybe it's like a sandbox. Think of it as like your local laptop. While with repos, this is where you keep your data into the like GitHub or a GitLab or maybe Azure DevOps private repos. It's up to you. And you can organize things in projects or use cases or organization or wherever you want it to organize. But this is pretty much how you should work with repos. That's it for this lesson, and see you in the next lesson.